Artie Matthews' Pastime rags were apparently all composed before 1913, but Pastime rag number 3, which Will Perkins plays here, wasn't published until 1916 by Stark and Company without copyright.
16 years old. He comes from this sleepy, beautiful, all-American town of Riverbank, California. Doesn't that sound nice? Pastoral and rich, Riverbank. Well, he first discovered ragtime a few years ago on the internet. So the internet can't be all bad, right? Young people are being inspired by ragtime. And he is now one of the most creative performers I think I've ever witnessed. I've given him a few coaching lessons, and I don't know why he's wasting his time and money coming to me, because he doesn't need anything. He's just so good. And he's going to play for you a few interesting pieces that reflect his own creative input. Will, please make your debut here at the festival.
I'll begin by playing a slower piece from 1913 called Pastime Rag number 3. Artie Matthews wrote 5 pastime rags, and ironically, some of them weren't even in order. And so here we go with Pastime Rag number 3. for my second piece, I'm going to play a piece by General Morton, written about 1918, named after a bar in Tijuana, Mexico. And it's called the Kansas City Stomp.